of the season. On the news this evening, advocate asks parents to protect children from sexual predators this festive season. Military says civilians not killed by airstrikes in Sokoto State. Nigeria denies colluding with France to destabilize Niger. On the foreign scene, driver who killed dozens in China car attack sentenced to death. Mental health is real. Seek help. End the stigma. Good evening. I am Kalada Kurubat, but we will go for a quick commercial. When we return, the news in detail. Welcome back now to the news in detail. A girl child advocate, Blessing Akumolafe, has urged parents to pay close attention to side comments or statements made by relatives, including cousins and uncles, about their daughters this festive season. Mrs. Akumolafe, who is the founder of Her Voice, Her Tool initiative, said this while providing tips on safeguarding children from relatives who may be sexual predators. In an interview with our correspondent, she noted the importance of parents being vigilant and protective of their children, especially girls, as sexual predators can often blend into familiar spaces.
I don't think parents should take lightly certain comments that are made by family members, especially when it has to do with their girl child. You shouldn't go about suspecting people, but when it comes to your girl child, you have to be protective because you can't tell who the predator is. So don't take lightly certain statements that are made by uncles or cousins, because these sexual predators can hide in plain sight, and the excuse will be that we are blood, I can't do this.
Mrs. Akumolafe also encouraged parents to have open conversations with their girl children about parts of their bodies that must not be touched. She noted that such discussions can empower children to report inappropriate behavior.
Parents should not be carried away by the entire buzz of celebration and family members being around, because that way they are able to pay attention to their girl child. Because most time when a predator begins to sexually harass a child, they want to keep to themselves, especially children who cannot tell their parents about it. They seclude themselves from the crowd. They need to have conversations with their girl child about certain areas in their body that is a no-go area.
In another development, the public health and safety expert Uwagie Kenneth has advised individuals preparing meals this festive season to understand fire safety principles prioritize emergency preparedness and implement measures to address potential hazards. Mr. Kenneth, in an interview with that correspondent, also stressed the need to keep emergency contact numbers readily available in case of emergencies.
Talk to the key, tell them about the risk associated with fire, what those that will be cooking, let them understand the principle of fire, that when oxygen heats and fuel comes together, of course, there will be a fire. And beyond that, they should also understand that while doing this, they must take note of emergency preparedness. They should also understand that there's a possibility of something going wrong. They should have contact numbers they can call. They should know the nearest hospital, the nearest police station, who to call for rescue at any point in time.
Mr. Kenneth advised those traveling this season to avoid early morning or late night trips, conduct proper inspections of vehicles, and ensure all components are in good condition before embarking on their journey. He also warned against drinking and driving.
Before you enter any vehicle, you must make sure that it's a registered vehicle. Beyond that, you can do your self-inspection. Inspect the tires, inspect the vehicles to make sure it will not fail at the cost of your journey. So you can ensure that while you're traveling from location A to B, your safety and security is assured. For drivers, they should ensure they manage themselves this period. Drivers should calm down, take rest when they need rest. They should not drink and drive. They should avoid every form of stressors while on the journey.
Elsewhere, President Bola Tinubu today observed the Jumat prayer at the Lekki Central Mosque in company of other Muslim faithful. In his sermon, the chief read the press administration. Take a listen.
We know that you are capable. We know that you have the sagacity. We know that you are competent. And we believe and we pray that you will never disappoint us. May Allah continue to be with you. Nigeria is a nation, and this nation has been entrusted to you by Allah. Just remember accountability and your responsibility. Responsibility to the people and accountability before Allah on the day you are going back to Him.
President Tinubu is observing the Christmas and New Year holiday in Lagos State. Away from that, the mayor of Port Harcourt City local government area, Ezebunwa Ichemati, has officially flagged off the construction of the Port Harcourt International Education Centre. Flagging off the construction of the project at the Port Harcourt Council Secretariat, Mr. Ichemati said the project is designed to encourage reading among the children of Port Harcourt.
A project that is very dear to our hearts. We're intentional with it because outside it having any political coloration, it will give great impact in the society. It will be of great value to our youths and our children because it has to do with our education. Port Harcourt International Educational Center is something we decided to do for our people. If you move around, the libraries are not too functional and all that, and we decided to replicate whatever we have outside the country in Port Harcourt City local government.
While thanking Governor Sinai for providing the environment for the council chairman to serve, Mr. Ichemati said his administration is dedicated to delivering projects that will benefit the people.
We decided to use the Port Harcourt City Council premises so that those people who will be here tonight, their security is also guaranteed. So when they come out here, from here they can go back to wherever they are. If gratitude to the governor is to see how we can impact on the lives of our people. We are doing a lot. Tomorrow we'll be flagging off the construction of Ekwe Street in Bola Roworoko community. Next week, Tuesday, we'll be commissioning the reconstructed Olowu Street in Elekaya community.
Also speaking, the state chairman of the Action People's Party, Saniwo Kekoro, commended the mayor for his impressive achievements in a short period of time in office. Our correspondent reports that some of those who graced the flag-off ceremony are Ikechi Chinda, Sidney Ogolo, Ogbams Ojima, and other notable leaders of the Port Harcourt City local government area. In another development, the Ojuowo 1 of Rumaolu community in Obiakpo local government area of River State, Prince Eyemene Inda Okani has dismissed land grabbing allegations leveled against Mike Oyagari by one Chinedu Amadi. Speaking on behalf of the community, Prince Inda Okani explained that Mr. Oyagiri and his company, Kirighost Global Resources Limited, were engaged by the chiefs and elders of Rumaolu to conduct a survey on behalf of the community, with Chinedu Amadi as one of the signatories to the agreement. He urged Chinedu Amadi to stop misinforming the general public and urged the public to disregard the allegations against Mike Oyagiri.
Rumaolo called Mike to come now and then grade the place. Then we will give him his own percentage of the work he did. Then Rumaolo will collect their own and share. Including that Chinedu is among people who signed the agreement within we and Mike. Now, any person or individual calling of Mike of land grabber is making a very big mistake. Mike never sold any land there. Now, the Rumaolo people, El Pokodo, we don't have any business with them. We want them at the same court. We want them at the High Court of Rivers State.
Also speaking, the chairman of the Rumaolu Council of Chiefs and Traditional Rulers, Ichenwo Ogundu, says Rumaolu community has no land dispute with the people of Elipokodu community. Mr. Ogundu maintained that the land in question is owned and occupied by the people of Rumaolu.
The land in question belongs to Rumaolo. In the recent past, the Surveyor General of Rivers State, because of these land troubles, waded into the matter by the invitation of the two communities. And the Surveyor General confirmed that the land belongs to Rumaolo. And Ruboko was advised to withdraw from unnecessary intervention into Rumaolo community land. Rumaolo people have been blessed right from time immemorial. We have occupied the land, we fished there, we farmed there. The economic trees on that land were sold, harvested by Rumaolo community, even as I still speak.
We'll go for a quick commercial, but still to come. Nigeria denies colluding with France to destabilize Niger. Do stay tuned. Back now to the rest of the newscast. The Defense Headquarters has blamed what it described as a secondary explosion for the death of about 10 persons following strikes in Sokoto State. A few days back, the Sokoto government said 10 villagers were killed and others injured after military strikes in the Silame local government area of the state. But the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, said the deaths and injuries were due to explosions and not a direct result of the airstrikes. He said the people who were hit directly by the airstrikes were the Lakurawa terrorist groups and they were banned beyond recognition. Now, the National Security Advisor NSA Nuhu Ribadu has denied terrorism allegations by Niger's military leader General Abdurrahman Tchiani against Nigeria. General Tchiani had claimed that Nigeria was setting up a military camp in the north in an area between Mongono and Baga in Borno State to destabilize Niger. In an interview with BBC Hausa, Mr. Ribadu described the claims as baseless. He said even England, which colonized Nigeria, never stationed soldiers here, and when France wanted to bring its troops, Nigeria refused. He urged Niger's leaders to address their grievances with France without dragging Nigeria into their disputes. Now, social media user Martin Otse, popularly known as Very Dark Man, has come under scrutiny after alleging that 180 million naira was stolen from his NGO account after the website was hacked. Mr. Otse, in a video shared on Instagram today, claimed the funds were diverted into an unknown account, leaving only 20 million naira behind. He said the stolen money was part of donations received for his NGO, the Martins Vicent Osse initiative, which he launched in October. However, social media users have questioned the credibility of his explanation, asking if the money is on the website or in his bank account. Another described it as a scope, saying Very Dark Man thinks they are primary school students. In other news, the Onyi Ishi Aguru of Lakwa clan in Eche local government area of River State, Eze Godwin Ogu, has congratulated the new President General of Ogbako Eche Worldwide, Silas Ayamu. Eze Ogu, in a statement signed by the Secretary of Lakwa Clan Council of Chiefs, Eze Lofty Okiri, expressed optimism that the emergence of Mr. Ayamu will boost the socio-political image of the Eche ethnic nation and attract more development in the area. Eze Ogu is a second-class monarch in River State, also applauded the past executives of Ogbako Eche Worldwide, led by Charles Wanwala, for the launch of a book, Compendium of Social, Cultural and Political Development in Eche Nation. He tasked the new executives to selflessly work for the overall interest of Eche people. We'll go for another commercial. When we come back, we'll take a look at the international scene. Do stay tuned. Welcome back now to the international scene. A 62-year-old man, Fan Wekui, who killed dozens by driving his car into people exercising outside the stadium in southern China, has been sentenced to death. According to a court statement, Mr. Wekui was accused of endangering public safety. At least 35 people were killed and dozens more injured in the 11th November attack in Zhuhai. This is thought to be the deadliest on Chinese soil for a decade. The court said he decided to drive his car into the crowds at a high speed because he was dissatisfied with how his property had been divided following his divorce. Now, a quick recap on the news this evening. You heard an advocate has asked parents to protect their children from sexual predators this festive season. Defense headquarters has blamed a secondary explosion for the death of about 10 persons in Sokoto State. Nigeria has denied colluding with France to destabilize Niger. On the foreign scene, a driver who killed dozens in China car attack has been sentenced to death. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Kalada Kurubatubo. Good evening and thank you for listening.